The Rich Life Blueprint. A Money Mastery Audiobook. Welcome to The Rich Life Blueprint, a Money Mastery Audiobook. If you've ever wondered what it would really take to build a life of financial freedom, security, opportunity, and choice, you're in the right place. Because a rich life isn't simply about having more money. It's about knowing how to use money to create the life you actually want. It's about having enough financial strength to handle unexpected challenges without being completely overwhelmed. It's about having the freedom to make decisions based on what matters to you, rather than constantly being controlled by your next paycheck. And most importantly, it's about building that life intentionally. Welcome to Money Mastery Audiobooks, where we explore practical ideas about money, wealth creation, investing, entrepreneurship, financial freedom, and the mindset required to build a stronger financial future. In today's audiobook, The Rich Life Blueprint, we're going to break down the fundamental principles that can help you move from simply earning money to intentionally building wealth. We'll explore how to define your own version of a rich life, increase your earning power, master your money, turn income into wealth, create additional paths toward financial freedom, and protect what you build. This isn't about getting rich overnight. It's about understanding the process. It's about making better financial decisions today that can create better opportunities tomorrow. So before we begin, if you enjoy practical audiobooks about money and wealth, take a moment to like this video, subscribe to Money Mastery Audiobooks, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next audiobook. Now, take a moment to put everything else aside. Forget about the bills waiting for you. Forget about the financial mistakes you've made in the past. Forget about what someone else appears to have. For the next few minutes, focus on one question. What would a truly rich life look like for you? Not someone else's rich life. Not the life displayed on social media. Not the life designed to impress other people. Your life. Because before you can build wealth, you need to know what you're building it for. Let's begin. The Rich Life Blueprint. Introduction. What does a rich life really look like? When most people hear the words, rich life, they immediately think about luxury cars, expensive houses, designer clothing, and a lifestyle filled with things that show the world they have money. But true wealth is much deeper than appearances. A person can look wealthy and still be trapped by debt, financial pressure, and the need to maintain a lifestyle they cannot truly afford. On the other hand, someone who lives simply, manages their money wisely, invests consistently, and has control over their time may already be experiencing a level of wealth that many people never achieve. The difference between looking wealthy and actually being wealthy comes down to one important idea. Wealth is not just about what you own. Wealth is about the freedom, security, and choices that money can provide. A rich life is built intentionally. It is created through the decisions you make every day, the habits you develop, the skills you build, and the way you manage the resources you have. Nobody accidentally builds lasting wealth. While some people may receive opportunities, inherit money, or experience sudden success, most financially successful people build their wealth through consistent actions repeated over time. They understand that small decisions become powerful when they are combined with patience and discipline. Building a rich life requires 4 important foundations. The first foundation is earning power. Your ability to create income is one of your greatest financial assets. The more valuable skills you develop and the more problems you can solve, the more opportunities you create for yourself. Increasing your earning ability gives you more resources to save, invest, and build a stronger financial future. The second foundation is financial discipline. Making more money does not automatically make someone wealthy. Without discipline, even a high income can disappear through unnecessary spending and poor financial decisions. Wealthy people understand how to manage money, control their expenses, and make their income work toward their goals. The third foundation is wealth-building assets. True wealth is created when you use money to acquire or build things that can produce more value over time. This may include businesses, property, investments, or other productive assets. Instead of only trading time for money, wealthy people learn how to make their money and assets work for them. The fourth foundation is freedom and purpose. Money is not the final destination. Money is a tool that can help you create a life aligned with your values. It can provide more time with family, the ability to pursue meaningful goals, the opportunity to help others, and the freedom to make choices without constant financial stress. Before you begin building wealth, you need a clear vision of what you are building toward. Ask yourself, what does financial freedom look like for me? What kind of lifestyle do I want to create? What experiences do I want to have? What opportunities do I want to provide for my family? What impact do I want my wealth to create? The answers to these questions become your personal blueprint. In this audiobook, The Rich Life Blueprint, we will explore 6 powerful steps that can help you design and build a stronger financial future. You will learn how to define your version of a rich life, increase your ability to create income, master your money, transform income into wealth, create multiple paths toward freedom, and protect everything you build. The journey to wealth is not about chasing quick results. It is about creating a system. It is about making intentional choices today that your future self will benefit from tomorrow. A rich life is not created by chance. It is created by design. Let's begin building your blueprint. Chapter 1: Design your rich life. Before you can build wealth, you first need to understand what wealth means to you. Many people spend their entire lives chasing money without ever stopping to ask an important question. What kind of life am I actually trying to create? Without a clear vision, it is easy to follow the crowd. You start chasing the goals that society tells you to chase. You buy things to impress people you may not even know. You work harder and harder, but you are not moving closer to a life that truly satisfies you. A rich life begins with clarity. It begins when you decide what success looks like for you. For some people, a rich life may mean owning a successful business. For others, it may mean having the freedom to spend more time with family, travel the world, support loved ones, or pursue meaningful work. There is no single definition of wealth because everyone has different values, dreams, and priorities. The mistake many people make is allowing someone else to define their version of success. They look at what others have and assume that is what they should want. They see luxury cars, expensive homes, and flashy lifestyles and believe those things automatically represent financial success. But appearances can be misleading. A person can have expensive possessions and still have no financial security. They can earn a high income but be trapped by debt and a lifestyle they cannot maintain. True wealth is not about creating an image. True wealth is about creating freedom. It is about building a financial foundation that allows you to make choices based on what matters most to you. To design your rich life, you need to understand the difference between needs, wants, and status spending. Your needs are the things required for a stable life. These include essentials like housing, food, transportation, healthcare, and basic responsibilities. Your wants are the things that improve your comfort and enjoyment. These are not bad. Enjoying life and rewarding yourself are important parts of being human. But status spending is different. Status spending happens when you spend money mainly to impress others or prove something about yourself. It is buying things because you want people to see you as successful. The problem with status spending is that it often creates the appearance of wealth while destroying the ability to actually build wealth. A financially successful person understands that every dollar has a purpose. They ask, is this purchase helping me build the life I want, or is it only helping me look successful for a moment? Designing your rich life also requires thinking beyond today. You need to consider your future goals. Where do you want to be financially 5 years from now? What kind of opportunities do you want to create for yourself and your family? How much freedom do you want in your daily life? What experiences do you want to have? What impact do you want to make? These questions help you create a financial vision. A financial vision gives your money direction. Without a vision, money disappears through random decisions. With a vision, money becomes a tool that helps you move toward a specific destination. One important part of designing your rich life is understanding financial independence. Financial independence does not mean you never work again. It means you have built enough financial strength that your choices are no longer controlled by financial pressure. It means you have options. You can choose opportunities because they align with your goals, not because you are desperate for money. You can handle unexpected challenges because you have prepared. You can focus on creating value instead of constantly worrying about survival. The journey toward financial independence starts with setting clear goals. Instead of saying, "I want to be rich," create specific goals. How much income do you want to earn? How much do you want to save and invest? What assets do you want to build? What lifestyle do you want to create? The clearer your vision becomes, the easier it is to make decisions that support it. Remember, wealth is not built randomly. It is built by people who know where they are going and take consistent action toward their goals. Your rich life does not begin when you finally have millions in the bank. It begins the moment you decide what kind of life you want to build and start making choices that move you closer to that vision. Before you increase your income, invest your money, or create multiple streams of wealth, you must first design the destination. Because you cannot build a life you have never imagined. Your blueprint begins with a vision. Your rich life begins with a decision. Chapter 2: Build a money-making machine. One of the biggest mistakes people make when trying to improve their financial situation is believing that the only way to become wealthy is by cutting expenses. While managing your spending is important, reducing costs alone has a limit. You can only cut back so much. You can find cheaper alternatives. You can eliminate unnecessary expenses. You can create a strict budget. But eventually, you reach a point where you cannot reduce your costs any further. This is why building wealth requires another important focus. Increasing your ability to create income. Your income is the fuel that powers your financial goals. The more value you can create, the more opportunities you can create. The more skills you develop, the more problems you can solve. And the more valuable problems you solve, the greater your earning potential becomes. Think of yourself as a money-making machine. A machine does not become powerful by simply using less energy. It becomes powerful by improving its ability to produce better results. The same is true with your finances. You build your money-making machine by improving your skills, increasing your knowledge, creating value, and finding ways to generate more income. The first step is developing valuable skills. In today's economy, skills are one of your greatest financial assets. A skill that solves an important problem can create opportunities almost anywhere. Skills like communication, sales, marketing, technology, leadership, problem-solving, investing, and entrepreneurship can increase your ability to earn. The more valuable your skills become, the more valuable you become in the marketplace. Many people focus only on how much money they currently earn, but financially successful people focus on a different question. How can I become more valuable? Because income is often a reflection of the value you provide. If you can help a company make more money, save time, solve problems, or serve customers better, your opportunities increase. If you can create a product or service that improves people's lives, you create another path to income. This is why wealthy people focus on solving valuable problems. They understand that money usually flows toward value. Businesses succeed because they solve problems. Employees increase their income because they develop skills that are valuable. Entrepreneurs create wealth because they identify opportunities and provide solutions. The second step in building your money-making machine is improving your career opportunities. For some people, this may mean learning new skills, gaining qualifications, taking on more responsibility, or moving into industries with greater potential. Your current position does not have to define your future. You can continue learning and improving your ability to create income. The third step is exploring entrepreneurship. Starting a business is one way many people create additional wealth because it allows them to build something that can grow beyond their personal hours. A job often pays you for the time you provide. A business can allow you to create systems, serve more customers, and build an asset. This does not mean everyone needs to start a business immediately. Entrepreneurship requires patience, learning, risk management, and commitment. But understanding business principles can help anyone become more financially capable. The fourth step is creating additional sources of income. A single income source can be limiting. If all your financial progress depends on one paycheck, one client, or one opportunity, your financial future may be more vulnerable. Building multiple income streams can create more stability and flexibility. These income streams might include a business, investment income, property income, digital products, freelance work, or income generated from specialized skills. However, building multiple income streams should be done strategically. Many people make the mistake of trying to start 10 different things at once and end up making little progress in any direction. A better approach is to build one strong foundation first. Create one reliable income source. Develop your skills. Improve your financial habits. Then expand from a position of strength. Remember, the goal is not simply to work more hours. The goal is to build systems that allow you to create more value. There is a difference between earning more because you are constantly working harder and earning more because you have created something valuable that can grow. A money-making machine is built through continuous improvement. It requires learning. It requires discipline. It requires taking action even when results are not immediate. Every successful person started somewhere. They developed skills before they mastered them. They made mistakes before they found what worked. They improved their ability to create value over time. Your earning potential is not fixed. You can learn. You can grow. You can become more capable. The question is not only, how much money do I make today? The better question is, what can I do today to become someone who can create more value tomorrow? When you focus on building your money-making machine, you stop relying only on circumstances and start taking control of your financial future. Because wealth begins when you increase your ability to create. And the more value you create, the more opportunities you create to build the rich life you designed. Chapter 3, Master Your Money. Building wealth is not only about how much money you earn. It is also about what you do with the money you already have. Many people believe that earning more money will automatically solve their financial problems. They think that once they receive a higher salary, get a better job, or increase their income, everything will suddenly become easier. But income alone does not create wealth. Without proper money management, even a large income can disappear. There are countless examples of people who earn significant amounts of money but still struggle financially because they never learned how to manage, protect, and grow what they earn. The truth is simple. Money only becomes powerful when you control it. Mastering your money begins with awareness. You need to know where your money is going. Many people work hard to earn money but never take the time to understand their financial habits. They spend without tracking. They make purchases without considering the long-term impact. They allow small expenses to quietly reduce their ability to save and invest. The first step toward financial control is creating a simple money system. A strong financial system has clear categories. Income. This is the money coming into your life through your job, business, investments, or other sources. Essential expenses. These are the costs required to maintain your basic lifestyle, such as housing, food, transportation, and important responsibilities. Savings. This is money set aside for future needs, emergencies, and opportunities. Investments. This is money used to acquire assets that have the potential to grow and create future wealth. Personal spending. This is money used for enjoyment, hobbies, experiences, and things that make life enjoyable. The goal is not to remove all enjoyment from your life. Money is meant to be used. The goal is to create balance. Financial freedom comes from being intentional with your money instead of allowing your money to control you. One of the biggest challenges people face is lifestyle inflation. Lifestyle inflation happens when your income increases, but your spending increases at the same rate. For example, someone receives a raise and immediately upgrades their car, moves into a more expensive home, increases their entertainment spending, and takes on new financial commitments. Although they earn more, they do not become wealthier. Their financial pressure simply grows. A financially successful person understands that every increase in income is an opportunity. Instead of automatically increasing their lifestyle, they use additional income to strengthen their financial foundation. They increase savings. They invest. They build assets. They create more options for the future. Another important part of mastering your money is building financial stability. Life is unpredictable. Unexpected expenses can happen at any time. A medical emergency, job loss, business challenge, or major repair can create financial stress if you are not prepared. This is why building an emergency fund is an important step toward financial security. An emergency fund gives you protection. It allows you to handle challenges without immediately relying on expensive debt or making desperate financial decisions. Debt is another area where money mastery becomes important. Not all debt is the same. Some forms of debt may be used strategically to create opportunities, but unnecessary high-interest debt can become a major obstacle to building wealth. Debt can limit your choices because future income is already committed to past decisions. The goal is to use money as a tool rather than becoming controlled by financial obligations. One of the most powerful habits you can develop is the principle of paying yourself first. Many people follow this pattern. They earn money. They pay their bills. They spend on everything else. Then they save whatever is left over. The problem is that there is often nothing left. Paying yourself first changes the order. You decide on a savings or investment amount before spending on unnecessary things. You make building wealth a priority instead of an afterthought. Even small amounts can become powerful when they are consistent. A small financial decision repeated every month can create a completely different future over time. Saving and investing are not only about the amount of money you start with. They are about developing the habit of making your future a priority. Money management is a skill. And like any skill, it improves through practice. Nobody is born knowing how to budget, invest, or make smart financial decisions. These are abilities that can be learned. The more you understand money, the better decisions you can make. The more disciplined you become, the more opportunities you create. Remember, wealth is not only built by earning more. It is built by keeping more, managing wisely, and using money with purpose. Your financial future is shaped by the choices you make today. Every purchase. Every saving decision. Every investment. Every habit. They all move you either closer to financial freedom or further away from it. Master your money, and you take control of your future. Because before you can build lasting wealth, you must first learn how to manage the money that passes through your hands. Chapter 4: Turn Income into Wealth. Many people spend their entire lives focused on earning money. They work hard. They increase their income. They chase better opportunities. And while earning money is important, there is a major difference between making money and building wealth. Income is the money you receive. Wealth is the assets you build that continue creating value over time. Understanding this difference is one of the most important steps in creating a financially successful life. A person with a high income is not automatically wealthy. Someone can earn a large salary but spend everything they make. They may have a comfortable lifestyle, but they are not necessarily building financial security. On the other hand, someone with a more modest income can build significant wealth by consistently saving, investing, and acquiring assets. The question is not only, how much money do I make? The more important question is, what am I doing with the money I make? This is where wealth building begins. The purpose of income is not only to pay bills and support your current lifestyle. Income can become a tool for creating future freedom. When you have money left over after your expenses, you have an opportunity. You can use that money to purchase or build assets that have the potential to grow and produce more value over time. This is how you move from simply earning money to building wealth. One of the most common ways people build wealth is through businesses. A successful business can create income, solve problems, provide employment, and become a valuable asset. Businesses allow people to create systems that can continue producing results beyond their personal effort. However, building a business requires patience, knowledge, and the willingness to learn. Another important wealth-building asset is property. Real estate has been a popular way for many people to build long-term wealth because property can provide different benefits, including potential income, long-term appreciation, and opportunities to create value. Many successful investors understand that assets can work for them while they continue creating income in other areas. Another category of wealth-building assets includes stocks, funds, and other investments. Investing allows people to participate in the growth of companies and economies over time. Instead of only relying on the hours they work, investors use capital to create potential future growth. However, successful investing is not about chasing quick profits. It requires knowledge, patience, and a long-term mindset. One of the most powerful concepts in wealth building is compound growth. Compound growth means that your money can generate returns, and those returns can generate additional returns over time. At first, the progress may seem slow. But with consistency and patience, growth can accelerate. This is why time is one of the greatest advantages an investor can have. The earlier you begin learning about and practicing smart financial habits, the more time your money has to grow. Wealth is usually built through consistency, not sudden success. Small actions repeated over many years can create extraordinary results. Saving regularly. Investing consistently. Reinvesting returns. Continuously improving your financial knowledge. These habits may not create overnight wealth, but they create a strong foundation. Another important principle of turning income into wealth is diversification. Diversification means not depending entirely on one asset, one investment, or one source of income. A balanced approach can help reduce unnecessary risk and create more stability. However, diversification does not mean investing in things you do not understand. A common mistake people make is chasing opportunities simply because others are making money from them. They invest because of excitement, fear of missing out, or the promise of quick returns. But wealth is rarely built through emotional decisions. Successful wealth builders take the time to understand what they are investing in. They study. They learn. They make decisions based on knowledge rather than emotion. Another important lesson is avoiding get-rich-quick thinking. There will always be people promising easy money, guaranteed returns, and overnight success. But sustainable wealth usually requires patience, discipline, and consistent effort. The goal is not to find a shortcut. The goal is to build something that lasts. A rich life is created when your money starts working alongside you. Instead of only exchanging your time for income, you begin building assets that can continue creating value. Your job, your business, and your skills can help you generate income. Your assets can help you build wealth. The difference between financial struggle and financial freedom often comes down to this simple idea. Do you spend all of your money today, or do you use some of your money to create a better tomorrow? Every dollar or rand you earn is a decision. It can be consumed immediately, or it can become part of something bigger. Turning income into wealth requires a shift in thinking. You stop asking only, "What can I buy with this money?" And you begin asking, "What can I build with this money?" Because true wealth is not measured only by what you can afford today. It is measured by the financial freedom you create for tomorrow. Your income is the starting point. Your assets are the foundation. And your consistent actions are what turn money into lasting wealth. Chapter 5: Create multiple paths to freedom. One of the most important lessons in building a rich life is understanding that financial freedom rarely comes from relying on only one source of income. For many people, their entire financial future depends on one paycheck. They have one employer, one business, one client, one opportunity. While having a reliable income source is valuable, depending completely on one source can create financial vulnerability. If that income disappears, financial pressure can quickly follow. This is why building multiple paths to income can create greater stability and freedom. However, creating multiple income streams is not about chasing every opportunity that appears. It is not about trying to do everything at once. It is about strategically building different sources of value over time. A common mistake people make is confusing multiple income streams with simply working more hours. Working extra hours may increase your income temporarily, but it does not always create more freedom. True financial freedom comes from creating systems, assets, and opportunities that can continue producing value beyond the time you personally spend working. The goal is not to create a life where you are constantly busy. The goal is to create a life where your money, skills, and systems work together. There are many different types of income streams that people can build. One example is business income. A business allows you to create value by solving problems for customers. Over time, a successful business can grow through better systems, stronger operations, and increased demand. A business can become more than a way to earn money. It can become an asset. Another potential income stream is investment income. Investments can allow your money to generate returns over time. Instead of only relying on your ability to work, you allow your capital to participate in growth opportunities. Investing requires education, patience, and responsible decision-making, but it can become an important part of a long-term wealth strategy. Another path is property income. Many people build wealth through real estate by owning assets that can generate rental income or increase in value over time. Property can provide opportunities to create additional income while building a valuable asset. There are also opportunities through digital products and creative assets. In today's world, people can create and sell products online, educational content, courses, books, software, or other digital resources. These opportunities allow people to share knowledge and create value for a wider audience. Another income source is royalties. Royalties can come from intellectual property such as books, music, inventions, or other creative works. The idea behind royalties is creating something valuable that can continue generating income after the initial work has been completed. There are also skill-based income streams. Your knowledge and abilities can become valuable assets. You may offer consulting, freelancing, coaching, or specialized services based on skills you have developed. The key is understanding that your skills can create opportunities beyond traditional employment. However, building multiple income streams requires patience. A major mistake people make is trying to build 5 or 10 income streams before they have built one strong foundation. They spread their time, attention, and energy too widely. Instead, successful wealth builders usually follow a different approach. They build one reliable income source first. They strengthen their skills. They improve their financial habits. They create systems. Then they expand. Think of building income streams like building a tree. You need strong roots before you can grow many branches. Without a solid foundation, additional income streams can create more stress instead of more freedom. Another important part of creating multiple paths to freedom is learning about systems and scalability. A system is a process that allows something to work consistently without requiring your constant attention. Businesses use systems. Investors use systems. Successful people create repeatable processes that help them achieve results more efficiently. Automation can also play an important role. Technology allows people to save time, manage finances, communicate with customers, and operate more effectively. Delegation is another important concept. As opportunities grow, learning how to involve other people can help you focus on higher value activities. The goal is not to control every small task forever. The goal is to build something that can grow. But remember, diversification should be built gradually. Creating multiple income streams does not mean chasing quick money. It means creating multiple ways to provide value. The more value you can create, the more opportunities you can create. A rich life is built when you move from depending on one source of income to creating a financial ecosystem that supports your goals. Multiple income streams can provide more choices. They can provide more security. They can create opportunities to invest, grow, and pursue meaningful goals. But the foundation remains the same. Create value. Build skills. Develop systems. Make wise financial decisions. Over time, these actions can create something powerful. A life where money is no longer only something you earn. It becomes something you manage, grow, and use to create freedom. Because true wealth is not just about having more income. It is about creating more options. Chapter 6: Protect and Multiply Your Rich Life. Building wealth is an important achievement, but building wealth is only part of the journey. The next challenge is protecting what you have built and making sure your wealth continues to support the life you want to create. Many people focus so much on making money that they forget another important principle. Wealth that is not protected can easily be lost. Financial success requires not only growth but also responsibility. Imagine spending years building your savings, investments, and assets, only to lose them because of poor planning, unnecessary risks, or financial mistakes. A strong financial foundation requires you to think ahead. It requires you to prepare for challenges before they happen. One of the first steps in protecting your wealth is building emergency reserves. Life is unpredictable. Unexpected expenses can appear at any time. A health challenge, a job change, a business problem, or a major repair can create financial pressure if you are not prepared. An emergency fund gives you a financial safety net. It allows you to handle difficult situations without immediately depending on expensive debt or making decisions out of desperation. Your emergency savings are not just money sitting in an account. They represent peace of mind. They give you the ability to make better decisions because you are not forced to react from fear. Another important part of protecting your wealth is having appropriate insurance. Insurance is designed to help protect you from major financial setbacks. While nobody enjoys paying for protection they may not immediately need, the purpose of insurance is to reduce the impact of unexpected events. A single major event can undo years of financial progress if you are not properly prepared. Protecting wealth also requires diversification. As you build assets, it is important not to place all your financial future in one area. Depending completely on one investment, one business, or one source of income can create unnecessary risk. Diversification helps create balance. It allows you to build a stronger financial foundation by spreading your opportunities across different areas. However, diversification does not mean investing in things you do not understand. Successful wealth builders take time to learn. They study opportunities. They understand risks. They make decisions based on knowledge rather than emotion. Another important principle in protecting your wealth is avoiding excessive debt. Debt can become a major obstacle when it limits your ability to save, invest, and create opportunities. Before taking on financial commitments, ask yourself: is this decision helping me build wealth, or is it creating more pressure in my future? Smart financial decisions consider both today and tomorrow. A purchase may feel exciting in the moment, but long-term wealth requires thinking beyond immediate satisfaction. This connects to another challenge that many successful people face: lifestyle inflation. As income increases, it can be tempting to increase spending at the same speed. A bigger income can lead to a bigger lifestyle. A bigger lifestyle can lead to bigger financial obligations. And bigger obligations can reduce your freedom. The goal of increasing your income should not only be to spend more. It should be to create more options. It should allow you to invest more, give more, experience more, and build a stronger future. Protecting wealth also means continuing to improve your financial knowledge. The world changes constantly. Markets change. Opportunities change. New technologies create new possibilities. The most successful wealth builders remain students. They continue learning about money, business, investing, and personal growth. Knowledge helps you make better decisions. It helps you recognize opportunities. It helps you avoid costly mistakes. Another powerful part of building a rich life is surrounding yourself with people who can help you grow. This may include mentors, financial professionals, business partners, or people who have experience in areas where you want to improve. You do not have to know everything alone. Learning from others can help you make smarter decisions and move forward with greater confidence. But remember, wealth is not only about protecting money. Money is a tool. The purpose of building wealth is to create a better life. It can give you freedom to spend time with people you love. It can allow you to pursue meaningful goals. It can create opportunities to help others. It can allow you to make decisions based on purpose instead of financial pressure. The richest life is not necessarily the one with the most possessions. It is the one where your money supports your values. It is the ability to live with security, freedom, and intention. As you continue building your financial future, remember this. Creating wealth requires effort. Growing wealth requires discipline. Protecting wealth requires wisdom. A truly rich life is built when you not only learn how to make money, but also how to manage, protect, and use it wisely. Your wealth is a responsibility. Take care of it. Continue growing it. And use it to create the life you were designed to live. Conclusion: build your rich life by design. Throughout this audiobook, we have explored the blueprint for creating a richer, more intentional financial future. We began by understanding that a rich life is not simply about having more money or owning expensive things. A truly rich life is about having freedom, security, choices, and the ability to use money as a tool to create the life you want. The first step was learning how to design your rich life. Before you can build wealth, you need a clear vision of what you are building toward. Your goals, your values, your priorities, and your dreams should guide your financial decisions. We then explored how to build your money-making machine. Increasing your earning ability is a powerful part of wealth creation. By developing valuable skills, solving important problems, creating opportunities, and increasing the value you provide, you can expand your financial possibilities. Next, we learned how to master your money. Making more money is important, but managing money wisely is what allows you to keep and grow it. Creating a financial system, controlling unnecessary spending, building savings, and making intentional decisions are essential habits for long-term success. We also discussed how to turn income into wealth. Income gives you resources, but assets create lasting financial strength. By investing in productive assets, understanding compound growth, and making patient decisions, you can begin creating a future where your money works alongside you. Then we explored how to create multiple paths to freedom. Building additional income streams can provide greater flexibility and security. Whether through business, investments, property, digital products, or valuable skills, creating multiple sources of income can help you build more options for your future. Finally, we learned how to protect and multiply your rich life. Building wealth requires effort, but protecting that wealth requires wisdom. Preparing for challenges, managing risk, continuing to learn, and making responsible decisions help ensure that what you build can last. The journey toward financial freedom is not completed through one decision. It is created through thousands of decisions made consistently over time. Every saving decision. Every investment. Every skill you develop. Every opportunity you create. They all contribute to the future you are building. Remember, wealth is rarely built overnight. It is built through patience, discipline, and intentional action. You do not need to have everything figured out today. You simply need to take the next step. Choose one financial improvement you can make. Develop one valuable skill. Create one better habit. Move one step closer to the life you want. Because a rich life is not something that happens by accident. It is something you design. Thank you for listening to The Rich Life Blueprint, a Money Mastery audiobook. We hope this audiobook has given you valuable insights and practical ideas to help you on your journey toward wealth, financial freedom, and a better future. If you found this audiobook valuable, remember to like this video, subscribe to Money Mastery Audiobooks, and turn on notifications so you never miss future audiobooks about money, investing, entrepreneurship, personal growth, and building wealth. Share this audiobook with someone who could benefit from learning more about creating a stronger financial future. Remember, your financial future is shaped by the decisions you make today. Don't simply dream about a richer life. Build the blueprint, take action, and create it one decision at a time. This is Money Mastery Audiobooks. Thank you for listening.